Hey everyone, welcome back to DIY Chris. I'm Chris, and this episode, first and foremost, I would like to announce the winner of the cartridge from the last episode, and that would be Owen Pryor. Thank you for subscribing and leaving a comment on that video. I appreciate it, and please get in touch with me so you can send me your address so I can know where to send your free cartridge to. Okay? Thanks for watching. In this video, I am going to check out this Commodore. I bought this on eBay, untested, as is basically, and you know how that goes. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But the thing that caught my attention with this one is that I guess I just looked at exactly the right time because I got a pretty good deal. This was I think I paid a total of maybe $70 plus shipping, and it's in the box. And if you look, we have power supply and some other cables, and we have the manual and the styrofoam, and obviously the C64. Oddly enough, the keyboard looks like it's in great condition, except for the M key. That one's yellow. Crazy, huh? How one key. Anyways, so this video, I'm going to just kind of check this out and see if there's anything wrong with it, and fix it if there is something wrong with it. And afterwards, I think afterwards we'll talk about what we might give away in April. Okay, I thought it was going to be this, but I think it's too soon in the channel for me to give away a C64. I'll eventually do it, but not yet. So maybe I'll give away another cartridge, but maybe instead of doing a diagnostic cartridge, maybe we'll do like a Super Zaxxon, or we'll do like a Magic Desk cartridge with your choice of ROM, or something like that. Alright, so anyways, let's go ahead and I'm going to bring this out, and let's see, I'm going to leave this in here, and I'm just going to take this out. And so right off the bat, it looks like there might be some issue with the case, which is not fun, because, you know, we can fix board issues. Case cosmetic issues are a little more difficult. Looks like the tabs might be broken. I'm finding screws inside the styrofoam, which is odd. I don't know how that could have happened. So, one thing to note, guys, when you're shipping these, try, if you're going to ship them in a box, in the original box like this, you're always going to want to put bubble wrap underneath and on top, because these styrofoam pieces, they're so rigid, they don't offer any suspension or anything for this C64, and the plastic is so brittle on these days that there's really like a really good chance that everything's just going to crack and fall apart of the stress, you know, that you're putting this thing under when you don't have anything to kind of absorb the shock of the packages being handled so safely by all these super awesome shipping companies. So I'm gonna just set this aside. So the first thing that I want to do is just kind of explore this a little bit. I don't really hear anything rattling around, but that doesn't mean there isn't anything rattling around. You know what I mean? So I'm going to, obviously I'm totally unprepared. Let's see if this thing is going to work for me here. Oh wow, look at that. It actually charged my screwdriver. Okay. So, flip this guy around. Out come the screws. And open it up. Unplug the keyboard. The motherboard seems to be just... Alright. Whoa. Alright, I just broke that last tab. Perfect. Looks like we're going to be printing some replacement tabs. So that the backside can be held in. So I'm going to set this keyboard aside. Everything's being set aside. Okay. So first things first, let's have a look at the back. We are looking at serial number. That's an 5,099,534. So this is definitely a later unit. We're looking at 25425 for board revision. These capacitors, they don't. I mean, they could be factory, but this rectifier has definitely been replaced. So I'm going to take off this RF shield. Nope. Heat shield. Nope. It's more like a poor attempt at a heat sink. I mean, anything's better than nothing, right? But because there's no like good way to draw the heat away from this shield, it really doesn't serve much of a purpose other than, you know, leaving you with more hot air inside the case. You know, it may more evenly distribute the heat, but I don't think it helps to draw it away. We do have thermal paste on the chips, so that's good. Most of the chips are socketed, which is also good, because if we need to replace any of them, that'll make our job much easier. So these screws were all okay, which means that most of the motherboard standoffs that hold the motherboard in place are most likely good. The RF shield was soldered back. Looks like it may have been removed at some point. Maybe. I mean, it would have had to have been removed because of the way that this rectifier looks here. Usually they're like soldered down into the board. It's very possible though that whoever removed it may have just cut the legs off and soldered it on top without removing the RF shield, which is completely possible. See, the 7701 is still here. The clock generator. We've got an R8 for a big chip. We've got the original PLA, original SID, the 6526s, ROM chips. We have, looks like no other MOS branded chips, so that's good. We may recap the board, I don't know yet. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this in and actually see what we get. Oh, and by the way, well, there's not too much damage on the case. Looks like we need to fix these two right here. Maybe epoxy on some, oh shit, and these also need to be fixed. So we got some screw posts to fix. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4 need to be replaced. And then maybe we'll put sleeves around these so that they don't get any further damage. So, yeah, plug it in. Make sure it's off. Plug this in, and then get my recorder. turn this on. And as you guys can see, I'm not really getting anything here. This switch seems weird. There's nothing. I am plugged in. Okay, so first things first, let's I guess check some voltages. Alright, number one, let's come back here and check on the connector. So we can ground here, and then here we have nothing. So that's not a good sign. We have absolutely nothing. So we obviously probably will not have anything at the... Nothing. There's nothing. Okay, we've got voltage at... So, I'm going to start by actually desoldering the shield. And then, once we have the shield removed, we'll be able to take a closer look at the switch, because to have no voltage at all, that's usually, I mean, if we had any kind of voltage and one of these chips was short-circuiting, you know, first of all, you know, you'd feel some sort of heat somewhere, most likely. Second, you would have some sort of voltage. You would have a very, very low voltage somewhere, but you wouldn't have a zero voltage, like nothing. That just wouldn't be a thing. So, let's see. Break out my brand new spool solder. Okay. Whoa. Okay. That. As always, I have too much. I don't understand. I always have too much shit somehow on my desk. Alright. So, let's see here. What do we have? So first, I'm going to desolder the switch. I'm going to add some new solder here. Help out with this process. Desoldering. Damn it. Would help if I would have turned this on. So now we gotta wait a second for this to get hot. Alright. Here's number one. So eventually I'm going to have to buy some new switches to replace that one, or that one, the ones that I have to replace. So just to be clear, I am going to be putting the exact same switch back in because I just tested it and it actually works. Or I think it works. We'll try it. Okay, I think our desoldering gun is starting to act up. Right. Well, there's that. And there's that. Okay, let's try that again. Trying to get all of this old solder to come off can be tricky sometimes. But eventually, with enough patience, get it to look good. So, here's our switch. Go ahead and put that in. And we'll do is we don't actually have to solder these last two leads, because they're actually not used. So all we need is all we need are these, because we have this one here and this one, which get the power, and then these who distribute the power to the rest. So these two back here aren't used. We will fasten these two back on, but first I want to see if the switch actually functions. So go ahead and plug that in. I'm going to go ahead and grab the underside of the RF shield, just so that you don't accidentally have a short somewhere, because I know there's probably solder all over the place. And we'll grab our power supply and go ahead and turn this thing on. We have a working Commodore 64. I guess checking the SID would be cool. So we can do that. Let's go ahead and pop in the cartridge, a diagnostic cartridge. I'm gonna go with the red one, which I think is the one I'm actually sending out as the winner. So let's see here. Okay. Just gonna let this thing run its course. Not gonna hook up a harness to it just yet. Just gonna kind of let it do its thing. PLA tested okay. Saying now it's saying U18 is bad, which is the SID chip. And it's also saying U1 and U2 are bad, but U1 and U2 being bad, that's most likely related to no harness being connected, and also U2 almost always shows bad anyways on these cartridges for some reason. And then we have the SID chip, which is U18, but again, I mean, you've heard it, so sometimes the cartridge isn't the best kind of judge of, whether or not something is working, which is kind of, I guess, counterintuitive. Yeah, I'm happy with this. So the next part of this will be, I guess, putting everything back together. So I probably won't be recording that part. I just kind of wanted to, I guess, go over what could be wrong with this and how to fix it. So we already know that the switch was bad. So we actually, that's a lie. I'm not going to say the switch was bad because I desoldered the switch and then I soldered it back in. The same switch. I was going to use the switch from the donor board, but after I pulled the switch out, I tested it with the voltmeter and it functioned as it was supposed to. So I decided to just put it back in to see if it would work, and it did. So there's that. Cool thing is we have a fully socketed 25425 board, fully functional, and yeah. So what I'm going to do here, one last thing, is I'm going to resolder these two up here, so that we have, the switch is strong, has a good connection to the board, and I don't know, some people, I guess, use their super strength to turn their Commodore 64 on and rip the switch off the board. This is why we need these extra connections here. My poor soldering iron is having trouble keeping up with the amount of heat that the ground plane is literally taking from it. So you just gotta kind of go around. So you can get that solder to float all the way around. There. Cool. Everybody happy? We got another working C64. All we gotta do is fix the case and we'll be good to go. You guys want to see me put the RF shield back on? You interested in that? I can do it. You know what? I'm gonna do it anyways, so I might as well let you guys watch if you're interested. So there's not much to this. We literally put it back on the way we took it off. Make sure that we solder all the tabs back. Now that we have it in place, we can go ahead and clean this thing. It's disgusting. And then solder it back on. But before I do, I just messed with that switch again, so I just want to, one more time before I go through the trouble, I just want to make sure it still works. And it does. It's consistently working, which is good. Alright. So, alright, one final time just because I love turning these on after I fix them and seeing them come to life. It's like the coolest thing. It's so rewarding. There we go. I was a little worried there for a second. Looks good. Cool. Alright. So, the electronics part of this is done. Okay, so I've decided to go ahead and call this part 1 of the video, and we're gonna just go ahead and call this one done, because number 1, I printed a whole bunch of plastic parts to start working on the case, and they're still printing. So I don't want to delay this video because I promised everyone that I would release a video. I think I said the 1st of March. If I didn't, and I said a couple days later, then well, I'm a couple days early. But I'd rather be early than be late because I don't want people to think that I'm going to skip out on my promises. I'm not that kind of person. So this video will appear Monday morning at some point. Anyways, so yeah, the Commodore is fixed. I'm just waiting for the parts to print, then we're going to do the case, and I'll show you guys that video. That'll be a part 2. So, as far as the giveaway goes, I already mentioned it, who it's going to. It's in the beginning of the video in case you missed it. The next giveaway will be the first week of April, and I think we're going to go with the first Monday. The first Monday of every month is when we are going to announce the giveaway for that month, okay? So the way this is going to work is obviously, or hopefully, I'm going to have more than one video per month, right? But when I pull from people who comment on my videos, it's not going to be just the one video. It will be every video after the last announcement. So that means that comments that go on this video and every video after, up until the announcement video, are going to have people pulled from the comments, and a winner will be chosen, okay, from any of those videos. Don't comment 100 times on each video that I post. It's not going to help your chances. I'm only looking for unique names, okay, so don't even try that. So the way this is working is, right now, the channel is still super small, little over 100 subscribers, almost at 200, I think we're getting there. But until we get a little bigger, I'm not going to give away big things, right? So we're going to stick to small things for now. The next giveaway I will do... Let's do, I'm going to give away a Donkey Kong cartridge. And this is not going to be like a Donkey Kong cartridge in a C64 case. It's going to be a Magic Desk compatible cartridge that I build that is going to have a ROM with the remake of Donkey Kong. So that, I actually sell these cartridges on eBay for a little over, I think, $30, if I'm not mistaken. So you're getting a pretty good value there. So that'll be my next giveaway. That'll be April. The first week of April, I'll announce the winner for that. So again, leave comments in the video and or on the video, not in the video, on the comments. Leave comments on the leave a comment in the comment section down below on the video. It can be on this video, the next video, the video after that, as long as it's before the next video that comes out the first week of April that's going to announce the winner for that month. Okay? Anybody have any questions? Feel free to let me know, and I'll answer them in the comments if I can. If not, I'll do a video and show you whatever it is that you're wanting to know how to do. Again, I still do my free repair service for Commodore 64s. Check out my website, DIYChris.com. Fill out the form, and we can get to talking. I have just finished 2 Commodore 64s for some people, and I believe they were very happy with the results. And like I said, I do this for fun. So, looking forward to hearing from you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the channel. Don't forget to give me a like. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.